Genesis, the first book of the Bible, is like the opening scene of a grand play, setting the tone for everything that follows. It sets the stage for the entire biblical narrative, introducing us to the vastness and beauty of creation. The word Genesis means beginning or origin, signifying the start of something monumental and profound. This book tells us about the beginning of the world, the beginning of humanity, and the beginning of God's relationship with mankind, laying the groundwork for all that is to come. It's a story of creation, rebellion, consequence, and ultimately hope, showing us the complexities of human nature and divine grace. Genesis lays the foundation for understanding God's character and his plan for humanity, revealing his intentions and promises. It introduces us to key concepts like creation, sin, covenant, and redemption, themes that resonate throughout the entire Bible and shape our understanding of faith. In its pages, we encounter the first humans, Adam and Eve, and witness their tragic fall from grace, a pivotal moment that echoes through history. The book of Genesis isn't just an ancient story. It's a timeless message of God's love, justice, and faithfulness, relevant to every generation. It speaks to the core of who we are, where we came from, and why we're here, inviting us to explore our origins and purpose in the grand narrative of life. The creation story in Genesis is both simple and profound, a narrative that has resonated through the ages. It tells us that God created the world out of nothing, a void transformed by divine command. He spoke, and it came to be, his words bringing forth existence from the emptiness. "Let there be light," God said, and there was light, illuminating the darkness with the first dawn. In 6 days, God created the heavens and the earth, separating light from darkness, forming the seas and the land, filling the world with plants and animals, each day a step in the grand design. He created everything according to its kind, each element a testament to his power and wisdom, a reflection of his meticulous craftsmanship. On the 6th day, God created humankind in his own image, a unique act of creation. This act sets humans apart from all other creatures, giving us a unique place in the world. We are given a special dignity, a reflection of the divine, a spark of the Creator within us. God entrusted us with the care of his creation, a responsibility we still carry today, a duty to nurture and protect. The creation story reminds us that God is the ultimate creator, the source of all life and beauty, the origin of all that exists. It instills in us a sense of awe and wonder at the majesty of the universe and the intricate design of the natural world, a reminder of the divine hand in all things. God placed the first humans, Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden, a paradise of abundance and beauty. They lived in perfect harmony with God and with nature. God gave them only one command, not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. However, a serpent, representing temptation and deception, convinced Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. She, in turn, persuaded Adam to eat it. This act of disobedience, known as the fall, had devastating consequences. Adam and Eve's sin brought sin and death into the world. Their relationship with God was broken. They were banished from the Garden of Eden, and pain and suffering entered human experience. The story of Adam and Eve is a cautionary tale about the dangers of disobedience and the consequences of sin. It highlights the fragility of human nature and our vulnerability to temptation. As sin spread throughout the earth, humanity's actions grew increasingly corrupt and violent. God saw the wickedness of humanity and decided to start anew, to cleanse the earth of its corruption. He chose Noah, a righteous man, to build an ark to preserve his family, and 2 of every kind of animal from a catastrophic flood that would cover the earth. The flood waters covered the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, destroying everything that lived outside the ark, wiping out all life forms. After the waters receded, Noah and his family emerged from the ark to repopulate the earth, stepping onto dry land once more. God established a covenant with Noah, promising never again to destroy the earth with a flood, sealing this promise with a sign. The rainbow became a symbol of this covenant, a reminder of God's faithfulness and mercy, a beacon of hope. The story of Noah's Ark is a powerful reminder of God's judgment on sin, but also his unwavering love and mercy, showing that new beginnings are possible. Even in the midst of judgment, God provides a way of salvation and a promise of hope for the future, guiding humanity towards redemption. Section 5. A Covenant Renewed. After the flood, God re-established his covenant with Noah's descendants, particularly with a man named Abraham. God promised Abraham that he would be the father of a great nation, that his descendants would inherit a specific land, Canaan, and that all the families of the earth would be blessed through him. This covenant, central to the Jewish and Christian faiths, highlighted God's faithfulness and his plan to bless all humanity through Abraham's lineage. It marked the beginning of a special relationship between God and Abraham's descendants, who would later be known as the Israelites. The covenant with Abraham wasn't based on human merit, but on God's grace and faithfulness. It was a promise, a guarantee of God's unwavering commitment to his chosen people. Section 6. The Tower of Babel, Human Ambition and Divine Intervention. Genesis tells the story of the Tower of Babel, a tower built by humans who, united in their ambition, sought to reach the heavens and make a name for themselves. They desired to challenge God's authority and achieve greatness through their own efforts. God, observing their prideful endeavor, confused their languages, making it impossible for them to understand each other. This act scattered the people across the earth, halting the construction of the tower. The Tower of Babel serves as a reminder of the dangers of human pride and the folly of trying to usurp God's authority. It teaches us that true unity and lasting achievements come not from human ambition, but from aligning ourselves with God's will. Section 7. From Adam to Abraham, a Lineage of Faith. Genesis traces the lineage from Adam to Abraham, highlighting key figures who played significant roles in God's plan. We see the line of Seth, considered the righteous line, through which humanity's hope for redemption continued. Despite the pervasiveness of sin, there were individuals who remained faithful to God, like Enoch, who walked with God and was taken by him, and Noah, who obeyed God's command to build the ark. This lineage underscores the faithfulness of God, who preserved a remnant of faithful people throughout generations, leading to the establishment of a covenant relationship with Abraham and his descendants. Section 8. The Patriarchs, Models of Faith and Obedience. Genesis introduces us to the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, key figures who exemplify faith and obedience to God. Abraham, despite facing trials and uncertainties, remained faithful to God's promises. Isaac, Abraham's son, and Jacob, Isaac's son, continued in the covenant relationship with God, their lives marked by both blessings and challenges, demonstrating the complexities of faith. The stories of the patriarchs offer valuable lessons about trusting God's plan, even when it seems unclear or difficult. Their lives serve as examples of how God works through flawed individuals to accomplish his purposes. Section 9. Themes of Genesis: Creation, Fall, and Redemption. Three overarching themes dominate Genesis: creation, fall, and redemption. Creation emphasizes God's power and sovereignty in bringing the world into existence, highlighting the goodness of his creation and the special place of humanity within it. The fall depicts the tragic consequences of human disobedience, the entrance of sin and death into the world, and the brokenness that followed. It reveals our need for a savior, a way to bridge the gap between us and God. Redemption, woven throughout the narrative, points to God's plan to restore humanity and his creation. The covenant with Abraham, the preservation of a faithful lineage, and the promise of a future deliverer all point towards God's unwavering love and his plan to redeem his creation. Section 10. The Enduring Legacy of Genesis. Genesis stands as a cornerstone of Western civilization, shaping religious, philosophical, and cultural perspectives for millennia. Its stories and teachings continue to resonate with people of diverse backgrounds and beliefs. The book's influence can be seen in art, literature, music, and countless cultural expressions. Its themes of creation, fall, and redemption have inspired artists, writers, and thinkers for centuries, sparking imaginations and prompting contemplation about the human condition. Genesis invites us to grapple with fundamental questions about existence, purpose, and the nature of good and evil. Its stories challenge us to examine our own lives, our relationship with God, and our responsibility to the world around us. Section 11. Conclusion: Genesis, the foundation of faith. Genesis, the book of beginnings, lays the foundation for understanding the Bible's grand narrative. It introduces us to a God who creates, loves, judges, and redeems. Its stories, both familiar and profound, offer timeless truths about God, humanity, and the ongoing struggle between good and evil. Understanding Genesis is crucial for grasping the biblical worldview. It provides the context for understanding the fall of humanity, the need for a savior, and the promise of redemption through Jesus Christ. It's a book that continues to speak to us today, offering hope, guidance, and a glimpse into the very heart of God.